Anyways, watch this, jerks. Watch this, muggles.
Yes, we saw the Flash trailer during the Super Bowl. And,
we did.
Hoity writes in and says, can Wombat explain how the new Flash movie fits into the previous Justice League movies or into the new Gunverse? Maybe neither. Also, did they add Michael Keaton to make people care about this movie? Yes, I can answer the second part of the question. Wombat, you answered the first part.
I think this movie is supposed to...
up.
I think this movie's supposed to be like a bridge between the Justice League movie and the new Gunverse. Think of it like a multiverse, like Doctor Strange, but instead of it being Doctor Strange, it's the Flash, which gives them pretty much license to add and remove whomever they want with whomever they want and just say multiverse, and then they throw confetti.
Is he going back to the 80s or is he going back to a present where Michael Keaton is Batman?
He's going to a present where Michael Keaton is old Batman.
Old Batman.
Yes.
Interesting.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. Yeah, there you go.
I'm interested in Michael Keaton. It worked for me when I saw the commercial. I was like, who gives a shit about this? And then I was like,
it's like, oh,
my head went
like
like
Flash. And then
yes. Movies. What are we watching?
I watched a documentary on Netflix about Leonard Cohen and the song Hallelujah.
I know that song and the guy.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah, exactly. It's a very interesting documentary, especially if you know, obviously, if you know the song, and just how that song evolved.
Pretty much impossible not to know the song, right?
Well, he wrote that song in 1985 when he was I think he was like almost 50. He might have been 49. Doesn't matter. 50 years old.
Mm-hmm.
That far along into his career, he writes this song. He puts it on his album. The album is released in Europe, but I think it was Capitol Records or Columbia. It doesn't matter. They refused to release it in the United States of America. So here's this song that we all know, in our heads, but it was never released by him in this country. It wasn't until at that time. Eventually it would be, but it wasn't until really, there's, Jeff Buckley put it on the Jeff Buckley version. And then there's the Rufus Wainwright version that's in Shrek.
Sure.
And it
which became a Christmas classic.
It became a big hit. And it's just and how that song has been used. And it's just kind of interesting to see how.
Also featured on every season of American Idol.
Yes. And it's just very interesting to see how someone who released something late, not even that late in his career, because he toured until he died, basically. How that song went from basically from obscurity to ubiquitous for something that should have, for all intents and purposes, been lost. And how it was found and how it was reignited over a 25-year span. It's an interesting documentary.
Yeah. I might watch that.
Yeah. I think you'd enjoy it because it's not just about music. It's about how these things happen, this sort of serendipity. It's an interesting documentary.
You know what also has music in it that I watched?
What?
Pan, the Hugh Jackman vehicle about Peter Pan.
I don't even know that.
That's a musical?
No, it's not a musical, but it has songs in it. You know what songs it has in it? Renditions of
Welcome to the Jungle.
Smash Mouth.
You're not far off. I've already forgotten.
Cherry Pie.
It smells like it smells like Teen Spirit. I'm like, it has a Nirvana song. Which one are they singing? Because they come out and do a musical number. The Pirates, Hugh Jackman as Blackbeard in Pan, set in World War II. Is the movie set in World War II? They come out and do a musical number, a pirate shanty of Smells Like Teen Spirit.
Do they say the word mulatto in that movie?
I don't think they get to that part of the chorus.
Because I feel like that would sort of be inappropriate.
Maybe they do. I don't know. I was so taken aback because I went into this. I'm like, okay, it's a Peter Pan movie. My kids like Peter Pan. It's Hugh Jackman. We like Hugh Jackman. This looks fine. And visually it's pretty impressive. Like as far as like imaginative Peter Pan live action movie. They do that. They also do they do a Ramones song. Which one is it?
I Want to Be Sedated.
No, it's not
Rock
Beat
and
on
Roll
the
High
Brat.
School.
No, there's another
Blitzkrieg
one.
Bop.
There it is. Blitzkrieg Bop.
It is World War II, so that makes sense.
Yeah, that one makes sense a little bit, a little bit, but yeah, Pirates really liked alternative and punk music. And I think that movie, it got panned. I'm sure that critics really liked using that pun.
Okay, that's it. You're cut off.
Yeah. But I'm gonna guess like the majority of that was just due to these two songs just being stuck in the middle of the movie, these musical numbers for no reason.
They got a good deal on the licensing.
I
Never
guess.
heard of it.
I don't
Never
know.
even heard of it.
I don't think anybody did. It's weird because like it was till the end of the movie that Mrs. Shipwreck looked at me and went like, "Wait, that was Hugh Jackman?" Because he's got like so much like
Oh my god,
like makeup and stuff on, and he's not
Right.
like being like charming Hugh Jackman. It was
What a waste
it was
of a talent.
odd. Yes, it was odd. They should have just made a whole musical of him.
He's delightful.
Yeah. Also, Blackbeard, your favorite pirate in the Peter Pan universe, Blackbeard.
What happened to the Captain Hook?
He's there.
Oh, he's there too, but he's not the
This is
only.
a prequel. Captain Hook hasn't become the enemy yet. He's Pan's friend.
Right. Let's see. TV style. I've been watching the latest cult documentary. It just dropped on Hulu. It's called Stolen Youth. The Sarah Lawrence College something or other. I forgot. You know about that cult situation? Wamba knows about all these.
Yeah, that's the dad moved into his daughter's dorm room and turned everyone in the dorm floor into a sex slave.
No, but close enough. Basically. This one's only 3 episodes. It's on Hulu, about an hour each. Very well done, like the other ones. And I know we always watch these and we say, how could these people fall for it? They must be dumb. They must be stupid. I could never fall for something like this. One of the women who got sucked into this guy, she graduated. She went to Harvard on a full scholarship and went to Columbia Medical School on a full scholarship and was just about to graduate when she met this guy. And basically he tore her mind apart like he had a superpower. Like you won't even believe. And the fucking crazy thing about this documentary and about this guy who perpetrated these crimes, he recorded everything. Video and audio. It's all footage that this guy recorded. So obviously you can figure out what happens to him, but it's to see these people just like lose their minds it doesn't seem possible. Like just a guy in an apartment with you could do this without like drugging you or something, but he knows the techniques and it's very similar to all the other ones. They all use the same techniques, just a little different. And it's crazy. It's crazy. Stolen Youth on Hulu. Very good.
We watched more Poker Face because that's still coming out, new episodes. And that show is so good. It bums me out that neither of you are watching it.
I don't have whatever it is. Paramount?
Peacock.
Oh, Peacock. Yeah, forget it. Never.
Peacock's better than Paramount.
It's the name. You got to change the name.
Maybe. But I hope it comes out on like NBC or something so you can watch it.
Sure.
I think you'd really like it. There's a good episode with Judith Light and Esapatha Murkison that is probably the best episode of the series so far.
Mm-hmm.
And like when my wife and I watched that, we were like, wow. It's really good. Like I don't want to give anything away because every episode, because they're all self-contained, every episode has its own spoilers and the twists and turns it takes. Even though you know who the murderer is in the first 5 minutes, seeing just the twists and turns it takes for her to get there is pretty cool. It's totally worth it.
And they have Night Court on Peacock too, right?
Yes, there is still Night Court on Peacock.
That's a 1-2 punch.
That show is just it's depressing. That show.
Yeah.
That it's not better.
You watch the Red Letter Media on that?
Yes, and I mean they're not wrong, but they don't even get why it's bad.
Right. They probably only watched 5 minutes of it, and they had enough.
Yeah,
footage
they don't. They only watch the pilot, and you can't judge a show. You can't judge a show on the pilot.
Right.
But you
You've
can
gotta
judge
watch
a show.
4 seasons. Of it.
That's the Wombat method.
You can watch like 3 episodes of something and be like, "Yeah, this is garbage."
And you
like
watch it
sometimes
in-
I'll sometimes give a show a second chance if the pilot's like okay, but yeah, no, it just doesn't work. It doesn't work
Nice.
for many reasons, but I'm not going to get into it.
No, thank you.